Are you looking for a new football news app? Big man, it's been 2 whole years since you asked me this question, but luckily for you, I actually am. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, you need to check out OneFootball. This is the app that gives you all the latest news in the footballing world, as well as live score updates directly to your phone. You want to keep up to date with the footballing world with the Premier League season just around the corner? This is how you're gonna do it. You can select your favorite clubs that you receive live updates about them specifically. Liverpool to Barcelona, Real Madrid to Alfreton Town. Still don't know whether it has them or not. But as you can see, its design is slick. It's very, very easy to use. And on top of that, it is free to download. There really is no reason why you wouldn't. So there is a link down below in the description for you guys to go and check it out and download it. Make sure you do. Now, in the recent months, FIFA and its leaders have come together to devise a plan that would see World Cups and European international competitions every 2 years.
Jetzt bei der FIFA, also von Italien zur Schweiz zur Welt.
Not only would this lead to a ridiculous amount of games, fixture congestion, and a lack of real break for any of the players, but it would also take away the magic of international tournaments. So how do we stop the powers that be from making this a reality, I hear you ask? We make everybody from the same place. Now hear me out. Antigua and Barbuda, a nation that gained independence back in 1981 and now houses all the footballing talent in the world. From Lionel Messi to Cristiano Ronaldo, from Mo Salah to Lewandowski, all 97,928 of its inhabitants are the professional footballers you will find on FIFA 22. I'll be honest, lads, we're back to doing stupid stuff on this game again. If you've been around on the channel for a while, you'll be used to some of the ridiculous stuff we do around here, and we're back doing it once again. I have made every single player on FIFA 22 the same nationality to see what on earth happens. Not only have we made them the same nationality, we've also made them a nationality that's not on the game. Antigua and Barbuda is not exactly known for its international footballing prowess, so their nation isn't on the game. And as you can see, if I go over to my squad hub here as the manager of Liverpool, Alisson appears to have had a nationality change. Loris Karius is an extremely Caribbean name. I don't know what you mean. James Milner looks exactly like a man who was brought up on the streets of St. John's. And not only have we made them all the same nationality, we've ensured that they are all retiring at the end of the current season. Not only does that mean we'll have a very mixed up set of teams because every region will go to a different place. It might break the game, to be honest with you, having every single player on the game retire. But it's also going to mean we're going to get a bunch of regens from Antigua and Barbuda. I feel like we might end up with an array of ridiculous names. As you can see here, it's not just our team. All of the players in the game are from this same country. James Ward-Prowse, again, matches the demographic perfectly. And if I was to search for a player with any other nationality, let's say England, we submit the search, there is nobody from England in the game. But if you go on to enjoy this video, then of course feel free to slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. 785% of you are not subscribed right now, so do me a favor and change that. It's the red button beneath the video. First of all, we're gonna sim to the end of the season. There's no realism anyway. We've lost to Hyundai in pre-season. We've lost to a Korean hatchback. This is just a hiccup in the road, okay? Hopefully Antigua and Barbuda will still take me. We're gonna be at Newcastle. They want me to finish mid-table. That, if anything, this is fine. I've gone from having a £4.75 budget at Liverpool to having a 4.75 trillion budget at Newcastle. The good news, everyone at Newcastle obviously is from this nation as well. Now, we are 2 days away from the end of the season. We're gonna, they are on an international. I hate to break it to you, lads. You're not on. It says Kieran Clark's from Ireland. Is he actually? Is that a thing? I didn't realize I'd still get that email, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at Kieran Clark. Like, when you do international management, obviously you have a squad that's selected for you. Kieran Clark is probably already assigned to Ireland, so he just keeps getting called up for them, even though his nationality technically isn't from there. We're arriving at the World Cup. So it has already started. Belgium and Australia are through from Group G at the World Cup. So they've actually got their squad already, like the tournament started. So we got to the round of 16 already. Brazil go out losing every single game. Jesus. All their Brazilians retired. In fact, Neymar said, you know what, actually, I don't even want to do 2022. Let me just chill at home with the family and And they're probably not chilling, actually, because so that leaves us with this round of 16. You can see the first four ties there, and then the second four. Now, obviously, these guys are going to have their teams, like, redone halfway through the tournament, which I wasn't really expecting to happen. This is going to take a long time, by the way, because it has to regenerate every single player in the game. What we saying? The season has started. I know D-Spec. This always happens. Why is it Mustafi and David Silva? It's this bald man. He's not even got eyebrows. Who are you, big man? You're not Jordan Henderson, sunshine. That's all calm. We've got a new squad. Williams, Hughes, Thompson, Wilson, and Reed. These are very generic names. They're all from Antigua and Barbuda. Nice. All the regens have arrived. Solomon Hutchinson, good name. Why do you not have a sponsor on your shirt, but yet Derek Williams does? Junior Wilson doesn't, but what's going on here? We've got a part sponsorship. They can only fund half of the team. They can only account for the starting 11. If you're on the bench, I'm sorry. Why don't we have a goalie? Surely that can't run. How have we even been allowed to be put into this? This is a whole different element to the experiment. So who's in goal? Graham, minus 48. I mean, I'm not surprised. He's a left back. Look, that's not the point. The transfer budget is a complete myth.
It's a scam.
Let's search some players then. There's not going to be anyone from England still. No, there isn't. Let's just go for goalkeeper. Well, we need one, apparently. So let's just search goalies. Chad Abbott, Vivian Abbott. There's not a... No. You're an 18-year-old goalkeeper, not a 67-year-old woman from Tunbridge Wells. There's another Vivian. How many Vivians are there? Denzel Abbott. Maybe it's given us Antiguan names, because there's not a huge amount of variety here. What I was expecting to happen here would be some pretty wild names, because the game wouldn't know what to do. But apparently, Antigua has its own name pool on FIFA. Didn't realize that. What we'll do is I'll sim through the World Cup of 2022. And then for the funny names part, you'll have to stick around to the end. We'll change up the nationality. We'll start the save again, and we'll find the best ones on offer. So you saw the group stages for the World Cup. These were played out normally because they actually had their players in their teams. Now they've all retired, though, and it's all changed. In the round of 16, France, England, Germany, Ireland, Portugal, the US, etc. don't have those players anymore. They've all retired, and their regens aren't allocated to their player pool. So France's player pool is completely empty. They don't have a team. And it means that nobody can play. So the game is getting forfeited by the home side every single time. And every team here away from home is going to win 3-0 as well. Ireland, Argentina, Austria, and Australia should go through, you would imagine. And as you can see, that's happened in the quarterfinals too. Argentina and Australia will go through to the final, which means Ireland will play Austria in the third place playoff. We'll see who wins out of the teams remaining. I can already then confirm football is not coming home. As you can see, it's Australia who were given the away tie, if you like, in the final. I'd love to see what would happen if you actually played. I kind of want to manage an international team. All right, lads, we are now the international manager of the United States of America. So we've got the national squad tab here. We've actually got the squad here as well, and the squad's not got anyone in it. Unavailable player. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of an understatement, to be honest. We're unavailable because there's nobody from the US ever. Forget about independence and Abraham Lincoln, Barack Obama. It never happened. It's all a lie.
It's a total fabrication.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the changes there. No players found match your search criteria. It's not ideal, is it? So we are finished. I'll submit that squad. The FA are gonna be a little bit confused when a blank piece of A4 paper comes through the door. Today is the deadline for submitting the final list of players for the next up-and-coming international friendly matches. That's gonna be a problem. When are those games? When are those international games? It's China first of all, then Brazil. So let's sim to it. Let's get to the point where it'll come up with the international, screen and all that jazz. The games here, USA versus China. What kicks off? Your next opponent doesn't have enough players to play the next match, so they're forfeiting, and we're getting the 3-0 win. And next up, Brazil. And the same has happened with them. So because we manage the team, we can just kind of cheat the system. Fun fact for everyone that I've only just realized because I don't do international management. Gold Cup isn't on the game, which I guess makes sense. There's not really enough North American teams in FIFA. I can tell you exactly what would have happened though if the Gold Cup was in the game. Because we're managing the US, every single international game ended in a 3-0 victory for us, even if I was simming past it. So France, we beat 3-0. Austria, we beat 3-0. And finally, for anyone that wanted to know how Euro 2024 is going to end, Finland are going to win it. It's a Pukki party. I mean, there's no Teemu Pukki, he's retired. It's a post-Pukki party. He's the the gaffer or something. I don't know who he's watching out on the pitch because there's nobody to select. But they beat Wales 3-0 down to forfeit in the final. But yeah, they win 3-0 against Wales by forfeit in the final. We had Sweden and Greece as well in the semis, getting to the quarters with the likes of Iceland, France, Spain, and England. So it was at this point I was meant to show you all the funny names that are generated from this sort of experiment usually. Turns out whatever nationality you use, you get the same boring ones that we had in the main part of the video, like every time. This is a tragedy and EA have blood on their hands. This is one of the actual fun things you could do with career mode experiments. But I hope you've enjoyed this video regardless. If you have, then feel free to slap a like on it and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at officialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.